It's like,
there we go. We
there
are.
we go.
We are.
We're live, yay!
We got this. Look at us, twice in one day.
I know, we made it.
We're about to be like going live experts.
The glow up is real, guys. 5 years ago when we were in the midst of COVID and couldn't figure out how to do anything, now we're pros, we're champs. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Now we can do it.
All the things.
Oh man. Hi.
Yay.
We're back.
Yay. Well, Kim, I'm super excited to get started on skin cycling with you. I can't wait to spill the tea on all the things and just go over a little bit about what we talked about this morning and just what skin cycling means to us and how it can benefit our clients, our friends, our family, anybody that is like looking for something new or is just out there like lost in the sauce with all the skincare options. You guys, we've never been more reachable than ever with TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and this and that and the other. It's so much. There's so much going on, and you're like, okay, I know I need to exfoliate. I know I need to do this. I know I need to do that. But how does that all work? How does it all flow together? How do I do this without making my face melt off? So that's kind of what we're here to jump on tonight and kind of give you a little teaser, sizzle reel about what skin cycling is, and then just invite you to come with us next week here. We'd love to have you watching live so that you can participate and earn some things for free, because we have a little saying over here. Kimberly, do you want to tell them what it is?
Yes, if it is for free, it is for me. And we have so many opportunities for you to win. And we're just excited. You guys, I mean, skin cycling is just so incredible. And like Darcy said, it's just so much is coming at us anymore. And we end up basically playing mad scientists on our face because we're trying out all these things that everyone says we need, right? It's just like eating. Well, you should eat this, you shouldn't eat that. We should do this, you shouldn't do that. And we're just constantly like trying to juggle and figure it out. And the same thing's going on with our skin. And then we end up grabbing this from here and that from there. And pretty soon we're putting together products that were never meant to be used together. And then we start to have some pretty serious side effects. We're seeing more and more people damaging their moisture barrier to extreme levels. And that's something that you really need to have to prevent the signs of aging and to keep your skin safe, just to keep it safe. So I am excited to share this with you guys. I think it's so much fun. And we kind of got into who we are today. But I think maybe we should just talk a little bit before we jump into skin cycling about what our skincare routine used to look like pre-Mary Kay, before we were here, even beyond that 5 years ago in COVID when we were trying to figure out how to like go live and stuff. Even before that, what we were doing in the comfort of our own home. And I'll tell you, I'll be 100% honest. I live in Montana. We're like country girl, you know. And I had used Mary Kay. My mom introduced me to Mary Kay when I was in high school, and she really tried to help me get into a good skincare routine using good products. And I did that for quite a while. I did it through college, and still today, I'm glad I did, because my skin has held up really well. But then I fast forward, I got married, I got busy, I had a really demanding career. We had 2 little girls, and we were just so busy. And I started just using baby wipes as my skincare because they were so handy. They were just there. They were all over the house. And I was tired. And you know, if you're a mom, there's been times you're like, I'm just going to baby wipe it all and get on with my life because I am exhausted. And that was me. And I was working full time and trying to take care of 2 kids. And I just was not investing in my skin. And I started to really see the signs of aging coming forward. And even my oily skin was getting really dry. And I would have more breakouts because I was drying it completely out so that it was trying to create all this moisture. And then I was just damaging it. It was just really a bad season in my skin. A wonderful season for your babies, but just a really challenging season as a mom. And I came back to Mary Kay just because I wanted to get the products because I knew that they worked. I knew that I could use them in a few minutes a day and it could make a big difference. I had no idea, though, how simple skin cycling is. How about you, Darcy? You've probably got a better handle on your skincare than I did.
You know, I wish I could lie to you and say that's the truth, but it's absolutely not. So I try to think about like my first like brush with skincare. I was definitely a commercial like TV teeny bopper. So like Proactive was on the scene. Everybody talked about Proactive. I have very dry skin. I've always had very dry skin. And so that is not at all marketed towards me. That should have never been on my face. So I'm sure I did some damage to my skin when I was in my teeny bopper phase with all of those like moisture barrier killing products. And then, you know, you kind of get out on your own. And I went from being busy and crazy in my single life. And then I went straight into like, whoop, get married. And I spent 6 years. It was like, have a baby, breastfeed for a year, have a baby, breastfeed for a year, have a baby, breastfeed for a year. So back to back to back to back. I mean, I remember like having breast milk all over my shirt, my hair's in a bun, like haven't taken a shower in a week, like literally wearing the same pair of clothes for like 3 days in a row. And so I'm like, I don't even know that like maybe water went down my face. And then when I moved back stateside, because we were in Germany for a lot of that, I moved back stateside. I started to work out again, and it was like getting the acne like in that hairline where sweat gets all trapped. So I went to Target and of course bought like whatever cheap like morning burst cleanser was on sale at Target, which again is made for oily skin. So it like dried out my dry skin even more and probably gave me more pimples. And then because I was drying it out so much, I was nearing the end of my 20s and I started to notice like wrinkles and crow's feet. And I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? So I actually am a COVID baby. Like I joined Mary Kay in April of 2020. So like straight up fresh out the womb of COVID and decided, hey, we're gonna give this business a try because I didn't realize I was using the wrong products for my skin and that I needed hydrating products that were good for my skin. I never in my skincare journey, I always thought when you washed your face, it was supposed to feel like dry and depleted. And that was just my frame of reference because I'd only used like Proactive and that like oily skin cleanser. And then after I used the normal to dry formula, I was like, oh wait, this is what normal skin is supposed to feel like? Like this is what hydration is supposed to feel like? I'm like, oh, well, sign me up, baby.
Count me in.
I'm bougie. I like nice, high quality things, but I hate paying full price. So I was like, you got me, I'm hooked. And then after I fell in love with the products, I fell in love with the company and the friendships, and it's just grown. And so my love for Mary Kay has just blossomed all from these amazing products. So we hope we share some fun things with you tonight that you can love and yeah, just see the magic work right on your skin.
I think it's fun too because we can talk about our skincare routines and our skin is so different. Like my skin is oily to this day. I could still break out like a teenager at the drop of a hat. And it's like super tough. It's not sensitive to like anything at all. Whereas unless maybe too much moisture, that's the only thing that can upset my skin. Whereas your skin is just so the opposite of mine. And it's just fun to see that, I guess. And to see
literally no such thing as too much moisture. Pile it on.
Yes. So we're going to share with you what we're using for our skin cycling routines. And I think that's something we've been talking about a lot lately is like what is easy to do is also easy not to do. And so if you're here with us, you're like, I was on the skin cycling train with you before. I was doing so well. I've fallen off the wagon. Us too. We've been there so many times. And now we're in a position where we're starting again and we're doing it again. And I really think that it just gets easier and then you get more and more used to your routine. So if you're there, just start again with us. We're ready. We're ready to have you join us. And we have some cool stuff going on that we're going to share with you. So I know that we use different cleansers.
Well, actually,
I'm
using the same one as you right now.
Well, we're not. You use the normal to dry.
Yes, that's true. So you can see mine's got a little pink stripe right here.
And I have the purple stripes. I get the purple.
So yeah, so that's normal to dry versus combo oily. So love that we got options. The girls gotta have options.
That's right. That's exactly right. And so cleanser, when do we use it?
Morning and night. At
Morning
first.
and Nice. That's the first step. And then, of course, we still have our Cadillac line, our beautiful, wonderful foaming repair cleanser. I know Darcy is in love with this, and I can just see your face when I pull it up. This is too much moisture for me, but I love the Miracle Set because it has the exfoliator in it, and so it really gets in and scrubs those pores.
But I love that it's a 4-in-1, so that it's not like we have a 25-step program. Like this is, it's got your toner, your brightener, your cleanser, and that mild exfoliation, like Kimberly's saying. So it's 4 products in one. So I love that I don't have to have like 4 different bottles and 500 different steps. Like they all just do it in one, which is so great. And the technology is so good in this. It's just amazing. Like I love it. And I love the difference between your cleanser and my cleanser. Yours is nice and like jelly, and mine's more like creamy. So it's working with the different skin barriers that we've got going on. And yes, I do love the repair line. I went to a party and I opened this bad boy up because I forgot my demo set. And I told myself, I'm like, well, you're out of your skincare routine anyway, so just use this. So I do love that they're versatile, right? Like the repair line has my heart, but in this season right now, I am using this bad boy. And I actually would say that maybe in the summer, if you're like me, where you're not necessarily, like, I don't have to be on the repair line, I'm just bougie and I like the repair line. I have noticed that using this in the summer hasn't been too bad because my skin isn't as dry. And then when it's super dry in the winter, like I would definitely 100% never cheat on my Time Waste repair line ever again.
Well, and I love, okay, so let's just talk morning routine really quick because we don't skin cycle in the morning really. No. Either one of us. We both skin cycle in the evenings. And so then with the Miracle Set, then we can go, I don't have my eye cream. Do you want to do eye cream before I jump in? I do. Because I like to go eye cream first.
I do too. And I think it's just to build that healthy habit. When we're putting on things like retinol and some bigger heavy hitter products, we don't want it anywhere near our eyeballs. Like that's just uncomfortable. I mean, it's not like your eyeballs are gonna fall out of your head or anything, but nobody wants to be uncomfortable, right? Right. So I just slather this bad boy all over just so that I don't even have to worry about it.
Me too. It's like a perfect little barrier. And we only want to use products for our eyes on our eyes. And then after we do our eye cream, then we want to use our antioxidant moisturizer and our daytime defender. And that's all we need to do in the morning. Like we're going to then do our moisturizer next and put on our SPF. We want to protect our skin. So if you're using the Miracle Set, that's all you need to do.
Yeah. And just to recap that really simply and quickly, it's cleanser, eye cream, moisturizer, day serum. There you go. Done. And, I always say we keep talking about habits and healthy habits. And I would say, hey, if you can spend 2 minutes brushing your teeth morning and night, you can spend another 2 minutes doing your skincare. It really is that easy. And people are like, well, how do I get in that habit? How do I remember? Girl, put your skincare bottle on top of your toothbrush. Like you cannot grab your toothbrush unless you're pulling over your skincare. Like that is just something we call in the like self-growth world as habit stacking. What's a habit you already do? It's brush your teeth. So stack that habit with your skincare and boom, you're in business.
And I love to put my moisturizer on, brush my teeth, and then do my day serum because then it kind of has a chance to work instead of just like smearing it all in, making a milkshake. That's my personal tip.
For sure.
Okay, now let's talk evening time. Yeah. So that's all we do every single morning. Same routine. So simple. Like Darcy said, 2-3 minutes, you're out of the bathroom. We can talk about it longer.
Like the SPF in that gives you a nice, beautiful glow, but also it's buildable and you can immediately put your makeup on. You don't have to wait 30 minutes or you don't have to worry about smearing it around. Like it dries pretty quickly and you can put your makeup on and go. So this is something we do a little different in the evening. You might be hearing a lot of buzzwords in the community like skin cycling, Korean glass skin, hydrofacials, things like that. And you will almost always hear them say something about doing a double cleanse. So my nighttime routine always starts with our little besties over here, and that is our oil-free eye makeup remover. And you can see where it's like separated right here. That is actually the shampoo and the conditioner. So we give it a little shake, put it on a cotton round, hold it on our eye, and then we swipe it once gently. We're not going to use baby wipes like Kimberly did back in the day, or even makeup wipes. They have alcohol and stuff in them. And so you're pulling and tugging. And that's what's going to bring sags and wrinkles and bags. And we just don't want any of that. So I love our oil-free eye makeup remover, and then using our micellar water to go all over the face. I mean, it's just a game changer. And so we always say, you wouldn't mop before you swept, right? This is our sweeping off all the dirt, oil, debris, makeup, anything that's on our face. So that's the sweeping mechanism, so that when we go in and wash our face at nighttime, we're really getting that deep, like more than surface level, right? Like clean, like it's really going down in there. So Kimberly, I know you love the micellar water. You use this one a lot, right? What is your favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing about it is that you don't have to rinse it off. So something I do, I just on my nightstand, I keep the oil-free eye makeup remover and the micellar water. Worst case scenario, I can wipe my eyes and wipe my face, and at least I know that I took off my makeup for the day. And I mean, it's better than baby wipes. I'm not advocating this should be your routine, but it's something that you can do in those quick moments. Or if you are working out, I'm coaching cheer again. So then like after I come out of the studio, sometimes you just really need to wipe your face down. And that's what I use. And this is what lives in my camper, my motorhome. This is what I take with us when we're on the road, because then I don't have to have water. We don't have to be hooked up anywhere. I can still be cleaning my skin. And then I like to add our Clear Proof toner after that. And then I just go straight into moisturizers if I'm not using any water at all. So it's our waterless cleaning. It still gives us the sweeping, and then we can still put on our moisturizer. But remember, you didn't mop. Okay. So it's not as clean as it would be, but it's still better than nothing. Okay. And so that's something I love to do.
It's gonna look cute for the bears in the middle of the wilderness.
Yeah, I don't want to get eaten by an ugly. I don't want to look ugly when the bears come.
No. It's not gonna be cute.
Okay, so then for our first night, we exfoliate. And I have your favorite one here.
I know you do.
I just like to keep putting yours up here on the screen so you can like look at it.
Oh, my second favorite.
Oh, I have it too.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
So I am a huge fan of, actually, I really do like both of these. Although the Radiance feels like my favorite. I do love that I say all the time, a girl's got to have options, because that one is a is a chemical exfoliator. So that means we put it on our face, let it do its magic, dissolve those first couple layers of dead skin cells. Obviously, it's got a little cute pump top, so you get precise, fresh ingredients every single time. But you do leave it on for 10 minutes, and then you wash it off, and you are ready to rock and roll. And so as a super dry girly, that is one of my favorites because it has marine botanicals in it. So I like to think of, like, you know, when you go to the ocean, you feel that slimy, gross, like algae and like all that kind of stuff. They just bottled that nature and those ingredients and threw those marine botanicals in there, so that my face feels nice and smooth and hydrated after ripping off a couple layers. And as scary as that sounds, because I was such a glycolic acid hater, I was like, oh gosh, no, I don't. A glycolic acid and acid mask, no thank you. That sounds awful. I have so super sensitive skin. Never ever in a million years would I use this, and it's easily like my favorite product now. So I love the Radiance Peel. It is my favorite exfoliator.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay, now she's got the microdermabrasion, and that is so good as well. I do use both of these also. This is one of the places where you'll find that we do both use both of the products. But the thing I love about the microderm is it's like sandpaper for your face. Again, I'm in Montana. Okay. So we're just going to get like the really real examples over here. And so it just goes in and just scrubs off all of your dead skin. It helps to clean out your pores, because as we age, our pores appear larger because there's just stuff pounded into them. So the microderm is going to get it out. And I just love that about it. You can feel when it's working because it gets softer on your skin and less granular. So I love that about it. And I am just a huge fan of it. And you can use it just in your showers, where I would recommend, because sometimes it's hard to get it off at the sink. And then she also has the pore minimizer. I don't use that when I'm skin cycling, but what it does is helps to just tighten your pores back down. And so you can put that on before your moisturizer, right after you do your microderm. And it's going to really help to just suck those pores back down because we don't want to leave them open and just fill them full of junk again. So I love that duo. That's a cute little powerhouse. And it's one of my favorites. So night one, we are exfoliating. Okay. And that's something that's really going to help our skin. You guys, if you've gotten a skincare routine and it works for you at first, and then you start to see that it's just not really having any results anymore for you, you probably need to add an exfoliator. Because even if you're a dry girl, you have to get to where your skin can absorb the moisture. And if you're never exfoliating, it's really hard for your other products to work. So we really want to hit that exfoliation. It's one of the most important parts of your skincare routine.
Absolutely. And I think it's the most economical, if you ask me, like investment in your skincare. Of course, because you want to invest in your skincare, right? You have to see your face every single day. That's like the biggest investment you can make in your skincare. But what I love about it is that using each of these twice a week, it lasts you 6 months. So I noticed I actually will buy both when I start a new skin cycle routine. And that way it lasts me a year. I don't even think about having to like replace or like, oh, which one am I going to use? And same, just like you said, I use mine in the shower on hair wash day. I'm like, if I'm going to go in there and get nitty gritty and get into all the things, I'm using this bad boy. But maybe if I'm in my skin cycle, when you guys hear a little bit more about that, it's every, 4 days is the cycle, right? So then 4 days later, I'm going to be having to do this again. So maybe it's not hair wash day. So I know I could use this bad boy and I'm going to be safe either way because they're both phenomenal.
I agree. So then we're going to go ahead and just put on our nighttime products. We're going to put on our eye cream, which we both do usually use the Repair. I know Darcy's being like super responsible right now, but we do the eye cream. It's got this awesome metal tip. Love, love, love that. I use this one at night and the Miracle Set eye cream during the day. And then the Pump Action Repair night cream. It's got encapsulated retinol in it. This is so, so good. This is the best.
It is the best.
Seriously, the best. So that's night one. We're exfoliating. Then night two
is your retinol. Retinol. Have you seen, I'm sure you guys have all seen the memes like, oh, if you had a Cabbage Patch doll, it's time for retinol. Like, oh, if you had
jelly shoes,
lip smackers, you need retinol.
Or jelly shoes.
Oh, yes. And there's some other ones that I was like really offended by. Like, I'm like, oh, stop. I'm not that old. And other things I'm like, okay, you do need a retinol. It's time.
Because that might be true.
So you guys, skin cycling has never been easier. You may have heard Kimberly say like, hey, some people have used the skin cycle routine or maybe used our retinol and then they've fallen off and all the things, right? And so I think a big hesitation for this retinol, which is what we had before, is that it would take you 8 weeks to wean your skin onto it. And if you're a dry girl, super, super dry girl like I am, or super, super sensitive like I am, it actually, I'd have to elongate, like I would have to dilute it a little bit longer. So it'd take me about 10 weeks or so for my skin to be able to handle retinol. And even then I could only use it like once a week. So using it twice in a skin cycle in a 7-day period was still even a little harsh on my skin. So our company, I love them because they hear us and they hear our growing pains and they just want to make sure that they're delivering the best like quality ingredients all the time. So what they went ahead and did is they bumped our formula down a little bit to make it sustainable so that you can use it every single day. Now, are we going to use it every single day? No, because we're skin cycling. But what we can do is we could rest assured that there's not going to be any crazy, super harsh side effects or anything like that when using it once or twice a week in our skin cycle groove. So I absolutely love that. And so you guys, I know this part, it doesn't actually look different at all. So really, we just don't need the calming milk anymore. So that kind of got thrown away. And it still lasts about the same, probably, I would assume, because, yeah, like a little bit goes a long way. And really, all you need is, because it is a pump top, you need one little pea-sized dot of retinol. That's literally it. and then boom, you put it all over your face. And I love this because it's a great treatment, but it works overnight while you're sleeping. So again, it's not another mask where I have to put on, wait 10, 20, 30 minutes.
No.
Like you just do it, you put it on, and then, remembering to always, always, always put your eye cream on first. And then we put this on all over. We lock in the moisture with our moisturizer and we go to sleep. And we call it a day.
I love that.
I'm sure Kimberly's going to tell us all about my other favorite product that I feel like they go together. Like they do not live apart. They are besties. They're more than besties. They are married. They stay together. They're married.
So if you don't want to use retinol, then you can use the resurfacer, the PHA plus the AHA. And I love this product. It's something that it's one of our boosters. So it actually comes, you just put, I just almost dropped it. That would have been tragic. You just put a couple of drops on your skin. Same thing as the retinol. You put your eye cream on, then you put a couple of drops all over your skin, let it dry, put on your moisturizer. You're ready for bed. You don't have to wash it off. You don't have to worry about it. This has glycerin in it. So it's so amazing how it just makes your skin feel this glow for my skin. I really believe it comes from the resurfacer. I love that. It just kind of takes off that top layer. It's very similar to retinol in that. And it just really works to get your skin looking its best, to bring back that brightness. And I'm a huge fan. I love it.
And I think the biggest difference between so you're saying that the retinol and the PHA are very similar, but what is the reasoning for you to not use one or the other? And that is, are you pregnant or are you nursing? Really, that's the only biggest difference. Or if you are someone that is so sensitive and you just notice more and more irritation the more you use this, I love that our company has a 100% satisfaction guarantee because it backs up its claims. If you try this and it is just not your jam, we have an alternative for you. We can swap it out for you at no cost. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost me as a consultant anything. The company takes that burden. They take that cost. They take that loss because they want you to be so comfortable and so confident. So it's really low risk to shop with Mary Kay because you really have nothing to lose. At the end of the day, if you don't love something, and that goes for all of our products, not just this, you swap it out. It's not a big deal. So I love, again, I always say a woman has to have options. Just like we were talking about before, our skincare walks and our skincare journey has looked different between when we were teenagers and then when we were adults, and then that didn't know much about skincare or didn't have time to dedicate to skincare. And now that we're on the other side of that, we're like, oh, yeah, I guess it's really important to start taking care of our skin, right? Our skincare's evolved. And so, maybe you're using the PHA in your motherhood nursing journey. And then when you start to slow down and the kids get a little bit older, all mine are now back in school, I'm like, oh, okay. It's time to go back onto the powerhouse stuff. So yeah, I just love that. I love that we have options.
Definitely. I agree. So that's night 2. So then night 3 and 4, there's some different things that you can do. And there are different schools of thought out there. And really, I think what happens is we split hairs a lot of times. And really what we learn as you're doing it, what's best for your skin. So for me, I do night 3 is my moisturizing night. Again, I can't do moisture. So all that I do that night is my regular skincare routine. And then I put on one of our best kept secrets in Mary Kay, the moisture renewing gel mask. Why we keep that as one of our best kept secrets, I don't know, but you just put it right over your moisturizer. It's going to create this seal on your skin, and it's just going to lock in everything and just make it work so amazing. So you just put that on. I use it on my hands and feet in the winter too, because it's not like going to smear your pillow or anything. It's not going to come off in the night while you're sleeping. So for me, that's what I do for night 3 is I do moisture and I just do the moisture renewing gel mask. I can't get into the heavy products, the heavy hitter moisturizer.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like Kimberly said, we all kind of, when you start to learn the skin cycle and you start to adapt, we all have a different kind of flow. So I was taught that actually my night 3 routine is just a tad bit different. It's moisture or detox and nourish. So I actually choose to use our charcoal mask because at that point my skin's like, okay, we've exfoliated, we've broken down that skin barrier, we've done all that kind of stuff, not in a negative way, but in a good way, right? We've taken out all the dead skin cells and all the things that are just sitting on our face. And so now at this point, I'm like, okay, let's go in and like pull out whatever else is left. So I do choose to use my charcoal mask on night 3. And then I actually use my moisture night on night 4 to really like, okay, we've taken off, we've detoxed, we've purged, we've done all the things. Okay, now let's like rest and restore and relax. And so for me, where I'm like, baby, give me all the moisture you want in the world, that is when I hit the moisture heavy. And so, again, I don't know why it's the best kept secret, but I love the moisture renewing gel mask. That is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And as a dry girl, I can slather. And when I say slather, like it's almost gross. Like you might hear of the term slugging. That is kind of what I do with it. I will like jam pack a bunch of moisturizer on my skin, and then I will put all that and seal all of that in with that gel mask. And it's like nice and thick and just gooey. But like you said, it doesn't, like I had heard this tip one time. It was like, if you never want to sleep without your makeup on ever again, get white linens. And so I have white sheets and pillow covers and silk covers, because it's supposed to be better for your hair, and then a white comforter. Like I upgraded to everything white, and they're like, you'll never sleep with your makeup ever again because you don't want to smear it all over your stuff. So I can wear that and toss and turn all night long, and it doesn't ruin any of my linens. There's no like stains or oil or anything gross like that. So I'm like, it's just a miracle product. And with me being so dry, it literally soaks up everything. It's like, it just drinks it.
I love that. No, charcoal mask is like my very favorite. And so that's what I usually do on night 4. Unless my skin is just feeling like it just needs a break. And then I just do normal skincare for night 4. It's just really, I think, however you want to do those two, but you want to start with that extreme exfoliation for sure and get that out. I like to kind of detox right before I start that exfoliation, or you can detox right after it. It's all the same steps and it's all important. And so I think it's just easy. And I think the thing that, kind of turned me off when we first started learning about skin cycling was I was like, this is going to be so hard. But it's so simple. You add one supplement each evening. That's it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to like think about it. It's not hard. It's not complicated. You don't have to have this long drawn out routine. Even if you're doing the peel and the charcoal mask, you're only that's, just a couple of extra minutes those nights. I vacuum my house in the peel a lot of times. Or I will be loading the dishwasher while my charcoal mask is sitting, because then I can still get other things done. My kids call me the mommy monster when I'm wearing the charcoal mask all over the house. Because we don't all have time to just sit and enjoy our charcoal mask, especially since we can't do it in the bathtub. And so I just really think that when you have that routine and you start to see how it works for your skin and how simple it is, it's just the best. It's just the absolute best. It's the best.
I agree. Absolutely. And I also do this is like my little hack, is I use our travel roll-up bag because it has 4 pockets. So I'll be like, okay, day 1 is exfoliators. It has my exfoliating options. Day 2 is retinol. It has my retinol. And I like to throw in the hyaluronic acid because your girl is dry, so she needs a little bit of extra. And, I have a good question. Actually, I don't know if you know the answer of this. Can you switch back and forth between the retinol and PHA, or should you just stick to one or the other?
I know with the 0.5, you were supposed to stick to one or the other. I haven't researched that with the 0.3.
I haven't either. It just kind of popped in my brain. So we'll have an answer for you next week. But again, bougie on a budget. I want all the things. I have both in my pocket. Number 2 right now. Number 3, I have my charcoal mask. And sometimes I'll even multi-mask. I'll put like the hydrogel eye patches under, or maybe if I feel like I need a little bit of moisture, I'll do like both. Because sometimes my skin is super dry. I don't need to put a whole charcoal mask all over my face. So maybe I'll put it in my T-zone and like maybe my chin where I get like hormonal acne. And then I'll go in with gel mask all over. You really can't go wrong with a day 3. That's either detox or nourishing. And then day 4 is just super nourishing. And so we did not talk about actually one of my other favorites, which is either the gel mask, or we'll pop in a biocellulose mask. So if you again are into Korean skincare or anything like that, sheet masks are all the rage. Everybody wants a good sheet mask. And when we're talking about top of the line, This is top of the line. And it is actually, all of our products are made here in the US except for two. Two are made over in Korea because they are Korean skincare, which is those hydrogel eye patches that I was talking about. And this mask, you put this sheet mask all over your face and it does all the magic. And it's just chef's kiss. It's just amazing. So I love that you can pop those out too, because there's only 4 masks that come in the biocellulose box. So I probably average, how many cycles do we do in a month? I don't know math.
6.
6. Sounds like a lot. But I trust you. 6 times 4 is 24. I mean, that's not wrong, right? Yeah, that's right. Sounds good to me.
It's close. 7.
Sure. Somewhere in between there, because we got February. That's weird. But
we won't give you any math advice. Don't worry.
No, not at all. I'm sure there's someone else on YouTube. Go find Dylan, the science guy. He'll tell you. For me, I'll tell you that this mask is amazing, and that's all you need to know. So I will rotate those in too, because these are just so fun. They're so fun. And this is the mask you do before a hot date night. This is the mask you do before a wedding. This is the mask you put on before your 10, 15, 20th, nobody is counting high school reunion, because you want to show all your classmates that you're the hottest, baddest girl in the world, right? Like, this is what you wear to shine. This is the best mask in the world. And gosh, I feel like such a liar. I'm like, it's my favorite. Like, they're all my favorite.
Well, you picked your favorites, and that's the ones we use, right? Yeah. We use a favorite. That's how it works. So you guys, if you have enjoyed our routines tonight, if you're like, oh, I think there's something that could be good for me, we have a couple of things going on. We've mentioned a couple times there'll be an event next week. You can join us. If it's free, it's for me. But also we have a 21-day skincare challenge going on where you could win $300 simply by sharing your before and after results. And you don't have to skin cycle for that. You just have to wash your face 21 days, morning and night. But you can skin cycle with us, and you're going to see even better results, which is going to increase your chances of winning the money.
Absolutely.
Because you want to have the best results, the before and afters. So we have that going on. And we also offer individualized skincare consultations where we can really dive into what you need, what you're using, and how we can help you to customize your routine to really match yours. Because like we said, we don't do exactly the same things because our skin's not exactly the same. And so many times, like Proactiv, we get into those one size fits all situations and we aren't getting what's best for our skin. And so you don't see the results that someone else sees, and you don't have the same, ease with your routine because it's not working as well for you.
Absolutely. And that's a little bit of the magic, right? You get us. You get to have a concierge service at your beck and call for all things skincare. I just highly doubt if you walk in Sephora or Ulta or any of those establishments, when they have this big wall of 500 cleansers behind them, I highly doubt they know all the specific ingredients. I highly doubt they know whose skin type it's perfect for and what that means. And, we get world-class training in Mary Kay. We have learning modules. So, we both have spent some time in school and have, badges and certifications in our skincare products. And again, like Kimberly said at the very beginning, all of our products are made to work together. So I love that. They have their own little families, but they're all cousins and they can all intermingle, right? Like the blood is fresh between them all. You're not going to have like boils and fall off the face of the earth, right? Like your skin's going to be intact. And so if you have ever heard beauty is pain, they lied to you. Skincare does not need to be painful. It just needs to be correct. It just needs to be the right formula. If I use an oily to dry, or oily combo cleanser, it is kind of painful. My skin feels like tight, and not that again it would fall off or anything with our products, because I have done that before, like at seminar. Kim brought her oily and combo in the shower, and I was like, I totally got mine. I'm just gonna get a little bit. So I'm like, my face didn't fall off and die, but I remember I'm like, oh, that's why I don't like this cleanser, because I'm a different formula. It just doesn't work for me, and that's okay. But I just love that, when you're using the right products and it just fits, you don't have to be in pain. You don't have to feel a certain type of way. Like, we are made to be friendly for all as long as you're using the right product. So I love that. I love that it's so customizable and that you get us with your consultation call so we can chat with you and see like, okay, well maybe that doesn't work for you, or maybe this works for you, or whatever, or what works with your budget, what works with your time, what works with your schedule, what are you looking for, how quick do you want results? We answer those questions and we're like a big funnel and we just funnel it down to like what works best for you and how we can get the best products in your hands. And so obviously we wouldn't be doing this if it weren't a passion project of ours. And so getting the right products in your hand are really at the heart of our business, because we want you to love it. And when you love it, you come back, right? You don't want to go in the drawer of doom. Who has a drawer of doom? I think we all do, right? It's where you throw all the crap that you don't love. And again, very super low risk. You just say, hey, I don't like this. And we say, cool, let's swap it out and find you something you do love, or I'll give you your money back.
Right. Exactly. It's really, really simple. And we want to help you make sure it's the easiest for you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, if you saw this, let us know where you found us, because we're kind of all over the internet right now trying to figure everything out. And let us know how we can help you, how you want to follow up. If you want to try out the challenge, if you want to come to our skin cycling event, if you want to get a couple of your friends together and try it with them, just let us know what seems like would work best for you. And we would love to follow up with you. So thanks for listening.
Absolutely. Well, it was such a joy. Love always being with you, Kimberly.
You too. It's so much fun.
Have a good night.